Saka, Lindelof, Martinez and Dalot the back four. Casemiro and Eriksen are the holding midfielders, with Antony, Fernandes and Rashford playing behind the lone striker of Martial. Not long until kick-off for this Premier League clash between Arsenal and Manchester United. Arsenal dropped points for the first time this season with a 2-2 draw at home to Fulham last time out. This result also meant that the Gunners achieved the unfortunate record of becoming the first side in Premier League history to concede within the first minute 3 times in a calendar year. 3 changes are made to the starting 11 as Gabriel, Zinchenko and Nketiah come in for Kivior, Partey and Trossard. United also had their own early troubles last weekend, with 2 goals conceded in the opening 4 minutes against Nottingham Forest. However, Erik ten Hag's men showed great resolve to overturn the deficit and win, and another 3 points today will see them leapfrog today's opponents. One change is named as the injured Raphael Varane is replaced by Victor Lindelof. The lineups in full. For Arsenal, it's Ramsdale in goal. Zinchenko, Gabriel, Saliba and White make up the back 4. That's Rice and Ødegaard the midfield 3.
เอาล่ะครับเพื่อนๆพี่
Nketiah and Saka leading the line.
สวัสดีนะครับ
Onana in goal. Wan-Bissaka,
เทนนอนนะพี่สวัสดีนะครับพี่สักกะลินพี่ทะเลสวัสดีนะครับใครเข้ามาแล้วนะฝากกดไลค์กดแชร์กดติดตามให้หน่อยนะครับพี่ๆเพื่อน
Not long until kick-off for this Premier League clash between Arsenal and Manchester United. Arsenal dropped points for the first time this season with a 2-2 draw at home to Fulham last time out. This result also meant that the Gunners achieved the unfortunate record of becoming the first side in Premier League history to concede within the first minute 3 times.
เรามาดูผู้เล่นตัวจริงกันนะครับเพื่อนๆพี่ก็อาร์เซนอลนะครับประตูนะเป็นอารอนแรมเดลนะครับผู้เซนเตอร์เป็นกาเบรียลมากันเยสกับวิลเลียมซาลิบาแบ็คขวาเบนไวท์นะครับแบ็คซ้ายอเล็กซานเดอร์ชินเชนโกนะครับตัวกองกลาง3คนนะก็มีไคฮาวเวิร์ดนะครับตัวป่วนเลยตัวเกียรติเลยผมเนี่ยแล้วก็เดแคนไลท์นะครับแล้วก็มาร์ตินโอเดการ์ดตัวลูก3คนนะครับมีมาเตลลี่นะครับเอ็ดดี้เอ็นเกเทียแล้วก็บูโยซาก้านะส่วนของแมนยูนะครับวันนี้ประตูนะครับนำมาโดยโอนาน่านะครับผู้เซนเตอร์เป็นลินเดเลฟกับลิเซนโดมาร์ติเนสแบ็คซ้ายเป็นดันโลนะครับแบ็คขวาวานวิสาก้าคู่บิ๊กฟิลนะครับเป็นอิเล็กเซนกับคาเซมิโลนะตัวลูก3คนมีแอนโทนีนะครับบูโน่เฟรนันเดสมาคาเลฟอร์ดและหน้าเป้าเป็นอังโตนีมาซิยาลนะครับเพื่อนๆพี่ก็อาร์เซนอลมาในแผน 4-3-3 นะแมนยูมาในแผน 4-2-3-1 นะครับวันนี้แข่งกันที่เอมิเรตส์สเตเดียมนะครับระหว่างอาร์เซนอลกับแมนยูวันนี้มีรายชื่อใครบ้างเนี่ยวันนี้มีรายชื่อฮอยลูนด้วยนะครับเพื่อนๆมีฮอยลูนด้วยวันนี้อัมราบัตยังไม่มีชื่อนะครับสำหรับแมนยูของอาร์เซนอลนะวันนี้โทมัสปาเต้นี่เหมือนจะป่วยนะครับเพื่อนๆเหมือนจะป่วยแล้วก็ยูเลนทิมเบอร์เอลดินี่นะครับยังตัวเจ็บ3คนนะครับกาเบรียลเจซุสทอสซาลินเนลสันเอมิลสมิธโลนะครับฟาบิโอเวล่าจอร์จินโญเควีออแล้วก็โทมิยาสึนะครับยังมีชื่อนะครับก็ของแมนยูนี่วันนี้มีรายชื่อในเกลอนด้วยนะครับเพื่อนๆที่เพิ่งย้ายมาจากสเปอร์นี่มีชื่อด้วยก็ฝากด้วยครับใครเข้ามาแล้วฝากกดไลค์กดแชร์กดติดตามให้ด้วยนะครับเอาละเพื่อนๆเกมเริ่มแล้วอาร์เซนอลแมนยูนะครับวันนี้บิ๊กแมตช์เลยนะครับสำหรับค่ำคืนนี้เอาใจช่วยครับเพื่อนๆเอาใจช่วยเลย
After injury, Havertz, Rice and Ødegaard the midfield 3 with Martinelli and Saka playing either side of Eddie Nketiah up top, who's the third and final change in for Leandro Trossard. For Manchester United, they've just made the one change from their victory over Forest with Lindelof coming in for the injured Raphael Varane. So it's Onana in goal, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Martinez and Dalot the back four. With Antony, Fernandes and Rashford playing behind the lone striker of Anthony Martial, but Rasmus Højlund, their new signing, is on the bench today for the Red Devils as Martinelli tries to take on Wan-Bissaka. It's good tracking back by the right back, and that will be the first corner kick of the game. And I think that's going to be a really interesting battle between Martinelli and Wan-Bissaka on that left-hand side.
Yeah, Martinelli had him in the first 6 seconds of the game. Wan-Bissaka's done really well on this second occasion. Gets back in there, stops across. To do that on the first time round. I think he'll likely start. That's going to be a battle. And then down the other end, Saka.
ครับ1 นาทีผ่านไปนะครับเพื่อนๆพี่ยังเหมือนเดิม
Martinelli to take this corner kick on that side. He's gone short towards Nketiah. Tries to roll it back to Martinelli. Gets away from
เพื่อน
Fernandes.
ๆพี่ๆเข้ามาแล้วนะฝากกดไลค์กดแชร์กดติดตามให้ด้วยนะครับ
Anthony does play it off the striker, and that will be a goal kick. It was a training ground move. I initially thought Martinelli might go down after a lazy.
รู้จัก Nketiah เปล่าNketiah
He carried on going, but it would have been a very tight angle to score from.
อเล็กซานเดอร์ชินเชนโกนะครับกาเบรียลมาเตลลี่ครับพาจีแล้วเสื้อแมนยูครับสวยดีนะเพื่อนๆเสื้อทีมเยือนเป็นเสื้อลายเหมือนนึกว่านิวคาสเซิลโอเคได้ลูกเตะมุมเว้ยเอาละเพื่อนๆมาแล้วฝากกดไลค์กดแชร์กดติดตามให้ด้วยนะครับพี่เพื่อนยิ่งเพื่อนกดถูกใจเยอะมันยิ่งไปเด้งหน้าฟีดของเพื่อนท่านอื่นนะครับฝากด้วยฝากกดถูกใจกันเยอะหน่อยแล้วก็ใครจะซัพพอร์ตนะครับQR Codeที่พี่เห็นด้านหน้าได้เลยนะครับแล้วก็เลขบัญชีด้านล่างนะครับก็สนับสนุนกันมาโดยตรงได้เลยนะครับขอบคุณล่วงหน้าเลย
on this United back line. They're struggling to really get out of the, well, just in front of their area. Manchester United as Wan-Bissaka goes back towards Lindelof again. Lindelof under pressure from Ødegaard will find Eriksen, who just about left it for Fernandes. Now an opportunity.
ดูอย่างเดียวครับเราเป็นแฟนทีมนั้นนะครับก็คุยกันบ้างเลยพี่เราอ่ะ
Finds Anthony, who will try and take on Gabriel. Brazilian versus Brazilian, and it's Anthony that does well to get away from Gabriel and Rice. They collide with each other. Anthony then loses out to Zinchenko, keeps the ball in play, finds Declan Rice, and now Arsenal will try to play the ball deep inside their own half, with Zinchenko finding Rice, who will then take no chances in hammering the ball long. Nketiah beats Wan-Bissaka to the ball, but can't keep the ball in play. So it will be a throw-in for United just inside the Arsenal half. If you missed the results in the earlier games, it finished Liverpool 3, Aston Villa 0 at Anfield, and Crystal Palace 3, Wolverhampton Wanderers 2. All the goals.
เสื้อแมนยูมันแปลกตาดีนะครับพี่เพื่อน
Second half, Palace just
เสื้อทีมนี้
for a victory in the end, as Onana will get away from Nketiah under pressure. In the end, who actually went halfway out of his area. For Ben White will make the headed clearance out for a throw-in for United on this near left-hand side. It'll be Diogo Dalot that will come over to take this. United just having a possession as our off-tube studio pictures focus in on the injured Thomas Partey.
Anthony
he'll be out for. Looks like he's going to be
Anthony ไม่ผ่านกาเบรียลครับเพื่อน
He's a vital cog in the midfield wheel of Arsenal.
โอเค
Over the course of his move from Atletico Madrid, he's had a real struggle with injury.
จิจิงโก้สวยเดคันไลท์เดคันไลท์เบิ้มออกไปก่อน
Especially if you're an Arsenal fan, you know, you've been questioning the decisions that Arteta made this season to play him as a right back when we've seen that Ben White can play there. This is the first half of Gabriel this season. After last season, he played every game in the Premier League, started every game in the Premier League. He missed just one game, no competition. So lots of question marks over why he hasn't been playing, and then part of being injured allowed him to come back in, shifted Ben White to that right hand side, which I think he is really capable of doing.
สู้ๆเว้ยเซนอนสู้ๆเว้ยนี่ครับโทมัสปาเต้นะครับวันนี้เจ็บเสียดายเลยครับวันนี้เจ็บ
It's allowed Gabriel to start his first game of the season. He was so important to that back line in their title challenge, which eventually fell away in the final few months. An unchanged starting 11. Starting back line last season with White, Saliba, Gabriel and Zinchenko. First time this season that they've all been able to play together, as Ramsdale is in possession. They'll also be happy to see from an Arsenal fan perspective that they've managed to avoid their seemingly curse this season of conceding in the first minute. They did so last game at home to Fulham, which means they're now the first ever Premier League side to concede within the first
บอลอยู่ที่ลินเดเลฟนะครับเพื่อน
as Ramsdale slips to try and find his teammate. Eriksen's there to find Martial. He goes down looking for a foul. Anthony Taylor's not going to award that. Ødegaard finds Declan Rice away from Fernandes. There's a bit of space here on the left-hand side for Zinchenko to maraud into as Anthony tries to track back the Ukrainian.
มันก็โหดที่ผ่านนะเพื่อน
A bit of support. Doesn't have much, but eventually finds support in Kai Havertz, who in turn will find Nketiah. Held up by Lindelof, back now with Zinchenko, who will lift the ball over the top, trying to find Martinelli. That's going to be overhit, though. That won't find the Brazilian and goes out of play for a goal kick. It was a bright start by Arsenal, but now United have grown into this game and they're beginning to frustrate the Gunners.
Yeah, a little bit more of a press there from United. You've seen it on both sides, really. Both teams started really with lots of energy, and they're not afraid to try and play out from the seemingly going the other way. You know, they're really stepping on and not allowing Arsenal.
เพื่อนๆดึงช้าแล้วอานอนไม่รีบเว้ยไม่รีบเว้ย
Much better
ค่อยๆเป็นค่อยๆไป
they started last week against Forest. I still believe there'll be goals in this one, but at the moment both teams are holding out really well. Just excited for the game to set down.
Nana has played the ball to Anthony. That could be a
ดูครับเพื่อนๆได้เดคันไลท์มาจะดูดีไหมครับเวลาเจอทีมใหญ่ครับจินเชนโก้หายเจ็บสักทีเนาะเจ็บบ่อยเหลือเกินในหนุ่มเนี่ยไฮวัตมึงต้องเอาหน่อยนะมึงเนี่ยห่วยแตกมากเลยกูจะบอกอะไรให้ไฮวัต
breaking stamp by Havertz. He needs to be very careful he doesn't do more of that.
Initially, at first, I didn't think I caught him, and Anthony did go down. The actual play, which definitely helped my thinking there. But he's not really made contact. He's just a little bit late. He's a little bit late from Havertz. No yellow card on this occasion. Anthony Taylor's a bit scared of brandishing yellow cards, though. Some three Premier League games this season.
นี่ครับเพื่อนๆตัวใหม่นะกองหน้าฮอยลุนกองหน้าทีมชาติเดนมาร์กด้วย
This fixture they don't usually pick up a few yellow cards and some reds as well. There's been a bitter rivalry between these two sides that maybe waned over the past few years as both sides are getting back to where they once were in
โอ้โห
regards to
เปลี่ยน
at least challenging for the title on a regular basis. Maybe we now will get that same feistiness that we once saw in the long battles between Arsene Wenger and Sir Alex Ferguson in the late 90s and early 2000s, most notably, as Alessandro Martinez has a bit of time to pick out a pass. We'll be forced backwards by Martin Ødegaard. Now with the Swede Victor Lindelof, find Wan-Bissaka away from Martinelli. So a stat come on our screen. The away record last season for Manchester United against the top 9 teams was frankly horrendous. So 1 draw and 7 defeats in their 8 games. As White does well to head back towards Ramsdale. Is that stat going to
เอาไว้สู้ๆเว้ยตอนนี้กำลังสูสีนะครับเพื่อนๆครับบอลอยู่ที่เดคันไลท์เดคันไลท์คืนก่อนคืนก่อนเจนโก้เอ็นเกเทียเซมิโลวันวินซาก้ามาเตอรี่มากดดันเว้ย
A little over 10 minutes gone in this game, but it's still goalless between Arsenal and Manchester United. Barely any chances of note to tell you about. We had that one shot by Martinelli that was blocked by Rashford within the first minutes. Apart from that, we haven't really seen a great deal from either side. It's been a battle of 2 midfields, really, as Fernandes slides in on right and then falls kindly to Fernandes. That's a poor pass, though, by the United captain that will be picked up by Ben White. Look for some movement. Doesn't get much. It goes back to
สวยเป็นไว้ต้องอย่างงี้สิวะ
Martial. Rice will turn away from Fernandes. Initially wanted to go to Gabriel, but had the press on him, so instead slowed it down and finds Zinchenko, who now will go towards Ødegaard, and maybe there's space on this right-hand side for Bukayo Saka. Drive at Diogo Dalot. It'll be doubled up by Rashford
ตอนนี้ก็พยายามดูเชิงกันอยู่นะครับเพื่อนๆดูเชิงกันทั้ง2ทีม
Lovely tackle by Bruno Fernandes. I don't think
ตอนนี้
got the call that there was pressure on, and then Gabriel clumsily goes through the back of Martial. That will be a free kick from Manchester United, and I think maybe it's a bit of rustiness going into the game there for Gabriel.
หรือว่าใครจะได้ก่อนเขาเรียกว่าเปิดก่อนได้เปรียบเกมนี้ผมว่านะฮาวเวิร์ดโอ้โหฮาวเวิร์ดฮุกป่วยจ่ายแล้ววะโอเคเฮ้ยโอ้โหไม่เข้าใจดีนะมึงครับมาตินโอเดการ์ดโอเดการ์ดไปบูกาโยซาก้าหลบไป1โอเดการ์ดหลังเข้าโอ้โหเย็ดเค
pressurized high up the field by Nketiah. Lindelof out towards the right hand side in Wan-Bissaka, who can begin to drive forward. They've made 78 passes in this game, but none in the final third as Rice does wonderfully well to take it off of Fernandez. And maybe an opportunity here as Rice is surely fouled by Dallo maybe on that left side, but now Martinelli can break forward. He's held up by Lindelof. They need to get a ball into the area. Martinelli looks for Odegaard. Dallo, poor header, falls to Havertz, who missed kicks, and it almost fell to Nketiah. And Martinez maybe got a toe in it right at the end. It will go out for a corner kick, but that is a massive opportunity for Arsenal. That's been squandered.
Martinelli on that left hand side. Problems yet again. It's Lindelof that comes across this time. Gets away from him. Gets.
โอ้สัญญาณขัดข้องนะครับเพื่อน
It's blocked by Martial. It falls right into the path of Kai Havertz. He's about 8 yards out. Completely misses the ball. Allows Martinez to get the ball in. Knocks out for a corner, but it should be 1-0 to Arsenal. Havertz has missed a sitter.
Yeah, he's been a player that's been under a lot of criticism over his beginnings of his
ผม
Arsenal
ว่าแม่งได้
career.
อัมราบัตมาผมว่าแม่งทีเด็ดเลยนะ
Won't help his
อยู่
confidence. He
เนี่ย
really needs a
อัมราบัต
goal.
แม่งเล่นตัวคุมเกมดินี่อะดูดิครับดูดิแคไลท์ดิครับก็นี่อะครับนักเตะ100 ล้านไปเดแคไลท์โอ้โหลงไปหนึ่งเอาสวยไปครับกาเบรียลมันเตลี่จีเข้าไปกาเบรียล
Back to the Brazilian, back now towards Zinchenko.
เอ้ยเอายิงไอ้เหี้ยฮาวเวิร์ดเอ้ยโหไอ้เหี้ยว้าว
Ben White.
ป่วยไอ้มึงว้าวเหี้ยตอนนี้เนี่ย
Right hand side now with Saka. We haven't seen a lot of in this game. He's being doubled up for the majority of the time by Rashford and Dallo. Here's Ben White. Gives it towards Declan Rice. Now with Saka. White
โอ้โหไอ้เหี้ยยิงว้าว
with Odegaard, who will get away from Eriksen. Ben White once again. With Rice once more. Patient build up here for the Gunners, but they're not making too much in the way of
โคตรห่วยแตกเลยเพื่อน
this United
ๆยิงเหม็น
backline.
หน้ามันอยู่
Keeping a very rigid shape and frustrating this Gunners attack as Odegaard now has a little bit of space. Find a pass, tries to cross it over towards Martinelli. It's a poor ball, but equally poor clearance by Wan-Bissaka. Martinelli will bring the ball down, held up by Wan-Bissaka. As Havertz in support, Anthony will try and cause an issue. Wan-Bissaka there with a toe in. Yet another corner kick for Arsenal, but they're not really doing much from these set pieces.
Well, no, I think the key word to mention there, is on the right hand side for Arsenal. There's just no room. Saka's been doubled up. Rashford can be able to work back. That is allowing a little bit more room for Martinelli on the left hand side. And when they can, they're switching it over, and that's where they're getting all these corners from. That's where the chances are coming from. And the goal that's come to the home side is going to be from there.
So it will be another corner kick. Will this be a better delivery from Martinelli? It is. It's right on the keeper. Onana does well to punch the ball away. It falls to Saka. Can he get a shot out of his feet? He can, but it's blocked well by Eriksen. Anthony then plays it down the line. Eriksen doesn't have the legs to get on the end of that. Zinchenko will come over to cover. He will go all the way back towards Ramsdale. And Arsenal just beginning to obtain more and more of the possession now as Zinchenko inches his way further up the field. Be held up by Martial before finding Declan Rice. With Zinchenko once again, looking for a bit of support. Will go towards the right in Saka, who never went towards the ball. It's a comfortable interception from Dallo, and now there's a counter-attack opportunity here for United. Dallo trying to go towards the right-hand side in Bruno Fernandes. It's a really poor pass, though, by the Portuguese fullback. Easily intercepted by Havertz, and then Gabriel can mop up and go back towards Declan Rice. Rice now finds Zinchenko, who just seeing a stat on our screen of his touches in this game, Zinchenko, and he really has been all over the field, the Ukrainian.
Yeah, interestingly enough, they gave the ball away Arsenal. And we talk about inverted fullbacks at the minute. That's a real talking point for a lot of teams. It's a great idea going
โอ้ย
defensively.
เพื่อนขออภัยครับภรรยาโทรมา
Dallo's obviously
ภรรยาพอดีภรรยากลับใต้
gone down the other way, Man United. It's really poor ball from the left. But he does find his target on the side of the ring because Sancho's intention is basically
ยังไงอะทีเนี้ย จะจบยังไงอะวันเนี้ย
As Casemiro finds Wan-Bissaka.
จินเชงโก้โอ้โหไม่ถึง
Find Anthony. His flick on won't find Martial. Turned away by Saliba. Havertz utilising his strength well to get away from Eriksen. Rice
เอ
is there
อ
to help
โอ
out
เค
his teammate. Gabriel will now give it back to Declan Rice. Spreads it over towards Saliba.
นี่ครับพอมีดีเคนไลท์มาแม่งดูสมูทเลยแล้วดูเขาปรับตัวได้แล้วอะ
Alexander Zinchenko.
พอขึ้นเกมปุ๊บดีเคนไลท์มันก็มาเล่นเป็น3เซนเตอร์บุกได้สบายอะ
Saka once again. Good step overs.
ซาลิบาเปิดไปถึงกาเบรียล โอ้โหไม่ถึงครับ
For a little bit of space. There's a crossfield pass towards Saliba. Gabriel. United happy to allow the defenders plenty of possession. The ball doesn't break through their midfield line. As Saka will now pick it up on the right. Dallo and Rashford will double up. is Ben White finding Erdegaard, who turns away from Ericsson, gets a shot away. Lovely, brave block by Martinez, turned away by Lindelof. Anthony's header goes straight into the path of Declan Rice as Arsenal continue to press high up the field. As Martinelli takes on Wan-Bissaka down the left. It's a ball towards the back post, looking for Saka, and it's Dalot there in front of the England midfielder that managed to head the ball out for another corner kick.
The only option so far in his first 18 minutes to stop Martinelli is to double up. On a couple of occasions where Anthony's tracked back, he's not been able to do anything, he's been crowded out. Every other time, Martinelli left has gone right, he's gone round on the side.
ครับกาเบรียลมาเตลี่
Saka will take this corner kick, the first set piece that he's been able to take in this game. All the other corners
นี่ครับอาร์เซนอลก็พยายามเอาบอลบุกเข้าใส่นะครับเพื่อน
Rice, White, Saliba, all to aim for in the middle.
ไปแล้วบุกโยซาก้าโอ้เนี่ยครับโดนลุม2เอาในการยิงโอ้โหติดเย้ยทีเนสโอ้โหในการยิงอย่างให้โอน่าเซฟให้หน่อยก็ไม่ได้เปิดโอ้โหไม่ถึงดูดิครับมาเจลี่พาลุยพาวิวาวิสก้าลุยเลยนิดเดียวครับเพื่อน
brief word with Lindelof, who takes the goal kick to Onana. Will be slowly pressurised by Nketiah. Onana plays it in towards Martinez. Back over towards Lindelof. Dangerous play there from United, but they'll still hold on to possession. They want to try and play the ball out from the back. At the moment, they've been doing so with relative comfort, despite being pressed high up the field. Onana, a bit of a fake pass towards Wan-Bissaka whilst being pressurised by Martinez.
บุกโยซาก้าเปิดไว้มงโอ้โหเด็กขลายโอเคThere's
a lot of shaking of the head that we're seeing from Erik ten Hag.
Yeah, but the man that's just in front of him Rashford, and I'm just thinking, I don't know if he's touched the ball yet. He's really not been in this game at all. Martinez at left foot, it's into half and engaging with the ball. You can really see if Rashford was open, but we've got to try to get him in the game a little bit, try and find him. If it's just a ball over on that left side, just to give him something to run after. He's got a good record of scoring goals, scored 3 times against Arsenal last season, so we need to get him in the game.
As Martinelli plays the ball over towards Saka. Saka may have just left a foot on Dalot, and it looks like the free kick is going to be brought back. It was a bit of a late whistle from Anthony Taylor. Dalot just caught there by Saka. It was a poor first touch from the Arsenal number 7. I think Anthony Taylor was just waiting for the word from the linesman to award the free kick. The heavy touch meant that Dalot could intercept, and Saka is just catches the foot of Dalot.
ไม่มีอะไรตอนนี้นะครับ20 นาทีผ่านไปเกมก็ยังสูสีมากๆครับอาร์เซนอลดูเหนือกว่านิดๆนะดูบุกมันได้มากกว่าของบอลได้มากกว่า
We'll see this free kick with the restart for Manchester United as Dalot finds Martinez towards Onana. Now Lindelof be pressurised by Eddie Nketiah, who we haven't seen too much of over the last 10-15 minutes or so. As the pass by Wan is wonderfully intercepted.
สวยโอ้โหบุกโยซาก้า
Nketiah and Martinelli run into each other. Nketiah
ฟาวอะไรอ่ะ
has been fouled by the Dane. No, says Anthony Taylor. And now Anthony can break forward. And he'll find Martial for a rare touch for the number 9. He tries to go back towards Casemiro, who on the stretch just about finds Lindelof. Now Bruno Fernandes to try and inch their way further up the field and create an attack of their own. Rashford, who scored in this fixture last season, tackled by Saka, cleared away by Ben White, straight into the path of the Argentine Lisandro Martinez. Once again, there's a man down for Arsenal at the moment, the former Bukayo Saka. I didn't quite see what happened to him, but he's down clutching his left ankle. The play has now stopped so he can receive some treatment. It wasn't a head injury, so it didn't exactly need to stop. We're still yet to see a replay in regards to what actually happened to the number 7 on the stretch. I'm not sure if he may have just been accidentally been given a dead leg by Marcus Rashford.
Yeah, I think he just tried to win the ball back. I think Arteta's very happy on that touchline. As he always does.
เอาเว้ยได้แล้วมึงเกทียอ้าวอินดิเคทียไม่ฟาวอีกอะไรวะ
Instructions to Martinelli and Nketiah. a very vocal, energetic and
บูโน่ เฟร์นันเดสออกไปทางซ้ายไปที่มาคันแรดฟอร์ดแรดฟอร์ดพาจีแล้วโอ้โหสวยครับบูโยซาก้าแมนยูยังได้อยู่บุกต่อเฮ้ยบูโยซาก้านะครับเหมือนจะเจ็บนะเจ็บอะไรเอ่ย
picked up by Zinchenko. Odegaard has a little bit of space, but he'll be pressurised by Martinez. Odegaard shepherded backwards. Now finds Saliba. The attack just begins to slow down from an Arsenal perspective. We are at the halfway stage of this first half. It is still goalless between Arsenal and Manchester United as the long ball by Gabriel doesn't find any man in red and white and goes out for a goal kick for Manchester United. It gives me an opportunity to hand over to Tom Wilson, who will take you through to half-time. Independent studio-based commentary for this one. Expected goals rating so far for the first 23 minutes in. And that's what Taylor's doing a little bit of waiting here himself. Just waiting for Manchester United to take the goal kick. They finally do get underway with Onana and then Taylor.
เอาละครับเพื่อนๆพี่ๆเข้ามาแล้วนะฝากกดไลค์กดแชร์กดติดตามให้ด้วยนะครับโอเคไปโอเดการ์ดสูสีครับคู่นี้สูสีครึ่งทางของครึ่งแรกแล้วนะครับเรามาดูอัตราการครองบอลกันนะครึ่งทางของครึ่งแรกก็ครองบอล50-50นะครับโอกาสยิงของอาร์เซนอล5 ครั้งนะครับเพื่อนๆ5 ครั้งแต่ยังไม่เข้ากรอบเลยของแมนยูยังไม่มีโอกาสยิงเลยนะครับสักครั้งหนึ่งของอาร์เซนอล5 ครั้งของแมนยูยังไม่มีโอกาสเลย
Anthony commits a foul and the centre back kicks the ball away. Gabriel's claiming he's done that on purpose. No booking on this occasion, but maybe it was warranted because the referee had blown his whistle. Anthony kicked the ball away and he's looking to get away. I think Anthony is saying that he couldn't hear the whistle and was very much frustrated with Gabriel's remonstrations with the referee. Not sure how many times he'll be able to use that excuse.
พูดถึงน่าเสียดายจังหวะฮาวเวิร์ดนะเพื่อนๆพี่
It's a little bit fortunate that he does avoid any booking.
นี่ครับแมนยูนี่ก็ตั้งแต่ได้โอนาน่ามานี่บิวได้หลังใหญ่เลยนะแมนยูเนี่ย
Manchester United have got the ball again now, just inside the front half. Saka into the middle on the half line to Casemiro. No options forward. Anthony's just walking with Fernandes walking, not seeing Rashford do too much yet. So back here from United.
แต่บอลทิ้ง
Pressure from Arsenal, taking really good positions as Onana goes short to Casemiro and the pressure from Rice now. Saka tries to play out, support ball from him, it's put out by Arsenal. United might have got away with one here, but Arsenal have regained possession and then support ball from Kai Havertz and here come Manchester United down the other way now. There's room for Rashford on the left hand side.
เอาไว้ลำเดียวสู้ๆเว้ยอาร์เซนอลเหมือนไว้เปิดขึ้นไปเงียเทียพักไม่ได้ดูดิครับเพื่อนๆเหนื่อยใจจริงๆเลย
Yeah, it's a wonderful finish from Rashford once again.
โดนยิงอาร์เซนอลกู
It's against the run of play in the form of attacks. It's the first time they've really been able to break in towards
the
แมนยูยังไม่มีโอกาสยิงเลยนะไม่ใช่โดนยิงปั้งเดียวเข้าไปเลยไม่เอานะ
that allowed Ericsson to intercept. He marauders forward. Ericsson's pass cuts through the Arsenal back line, allows Rashford to break forward. And the moment he picks it up, you know he's going to break in onto his right boot and try and go for goal. I don't think Ramsdale sets himself up well. He leaves a lot of space to his left-hand side. He might get a hand to it, but he can't do anything about it. He may be able to
อ้าวชิบหายแล้วไงเสียบอล
wonderful finish from Rashford.
ไปแล้ว
Take the lead.
อุ้ยเลดฟอร์ดโยเขาเก่งแล้วยิงไอ้เหี้ยเรียบร้อยเลย ป่วยไงเป็นงี้อ่ะเจ็ดเคโดนบุกครั้งเดียวโดนยิงครั้งแรกโดนเลยครับพี่น้องเฮ้ยอะไรอ่ะโอ้โหอะไรก็ไม่รู้อ่ะเพื่อนๆโดนยิงก่อนเลยอ่ะมันใช่ปะเนี่ยป่วยฮาวเวิร์ดก็จ่ายพลาดเป็นเพราะมึงนั่นแหละกูโทษฮาวเวิร์ดหมดอ่ะพี่ผมไม่ชอบฮาวเวิร์ดเนี่ยไปแปะแล้วโอ้จะบ้าตาย
Really has. It's a wonderful finish from the Arsenal captain. It was great build-up play by the Gunners. Suddenly the floodworks have opened from a goal-scoring perspective. Onana trying to calm down his side there. It's a wonderful finish.
เอาหน่อยเว้ยเอาคืนหน่อยอ่ะนอนนี่ฮะ
An inexplicable amount of space and time on the edge of the area when he's found by Martinelli, and all he has to do is just pick a spot and he hammers it into that left-hand
เอาครับ
corner.
กาเปียวมากันเยส
Onana can do about it, and we have a game on
ส่ง
our
ไป
hands
ที่
once
โอ้โห
again.
มันเตลี่ควายสวยครับเอาละครับดิเชนโกเปิดไปให้เอ็นเกเทียมันเตลี่บันทิโกได้กัดยิงเรียบร้อย1-1ไปดิโอ้ยกับตันทีมาติวดิกาดต้องงี้สิวะเว้ยฮะโอ้โหยิงสวยจัดเยี่ยมเว้ย1-1แล้วเว้ยเพื่อนๆมาไว้หน่อยฮะใครเป่าใส่ยิง
Yeah, but a lot of relief there for the German because he really should have scored, let alone actually get a shot away from just outside the 6-yard box. It's been the best possible response from Arsenal after going behind, and you can already tell that probably the Emirates.
โอเดการ์ดไปโอเดการ์ดออกไปทางขวาไปที่บุกโยซาก้าเปิดโอ้โหไม่ถึงเอาครับบอลอยู่ที่เดคไลท์คือหลังก่อนกาเบียลแลมเดลโอเคแลมเดลมาที่วิลเลียมซาลิบาครับซาลิบาเอาไงซาลิบาส่งไปที่กาเบียลมากันเยสชิงโก้มาเตลี่เห็นไลท์ออกไปทางขวาไปที่บุกุโยซาก้าเบนไว้นี่ครับอาร์เซนอลนะครับคลองบนบุกเขาใส่เหมือนเดิม โอ้โหเอ้ยจะจ่ายติดอีกอืม
Yeah, I think Wan-Bissaka probably is going to be very frustrated with Fernandez that he didn't leave that for him to go for goal himself. It was a good effort by Eriksen that was well blocked, but like you mentioned, inexplicable amount of space for Rashford, the danger man on that left-hand side. But this is the first real time that we've seen so
เหมือ
many
นเดิม
United
นะครับ
players
เพื่อนๆ1-1
go
เหมือนเดิม
forward
ครึ่งชั่ว
into
โมง
the
ผ่านไป
Arsenal half and into the Arsenal defensive third. Now they've got their first corner kick to try and retake the lead from.
โอ้ยแรดฟอร์ดได้บอลแล้วแรดฟอร์ดแล้วโลเปิดขึ้นมาโอ้โหยิงโอ้โหโอเคได้เป็นอยู่ได้เตะมุมไว้เพื่อนอืมไม่ได้ครับเพื่อนๆสากาแย่งได้เว้ยอย่างเงี้ยทีจะสวนแล้วสวนได้ไหมออกซ้ายโอ้โหโอ้ยเอาล่ะเพื่อนๆนิ่งอยู่อะตอนเนี้ย
Yes, they have at times. I mean, United are really trying to play from the back, and I wouldn't say they're actually sort of playing with fire. I mean, yes, there's been a few sort of high presses from Arsenal from time to time, but you can't really say that the defenders and Onana have really been put under too much pressure, that they've really been scared or nervous to play out from the back. As that's a lovely ball from Rashford to set off Martial in the areas. I'll break off here as an opportunity.
เพื่อนๆเอาไงเพื่อนๆมันแรงเงียบไปหมดเลยเฮ้ยมาสิเอาโอเค เว้ยตอนนี้ครับแมนยูก็ครองบอลบุกเข้าใส่นะครับตอนนี้เพื่อน
away from two challenges, makes way to the edge of the box. Attempt to strike from him. Can't break off because Nketiah, I thought the ball had gone out initially, and Nketiah managed to get there on the counter attack just in front of Lindelof. Lindelof down, he's going to get himself in the book. This the ball has gone out of play, and I think Lindelof was
Yeah, Lindelof thought it was going to bounce out of play, but the spin somehow keep the ball in, and he realises that Nketiah has got the run on him, and he tries to get there in front of him. He scythed Nketiah down. I mean, it's a high move, I think, and might actually catch him in the face initially before actually knocking him down. I've no idea if he'll be looked at by VAR or not. It's a yellow card that's been shown, but I think what helps Lindelof out is that Martinez is in a better position to help cover if Nketiah did get away, but it's poor defending from Lindelof.
anything to mention. Look at this replay there, 2 minutes studio-based commentary. We got it really was it bounced, kept the ball. Keep grass around.
อย่าเรือเล่นแรงไปเปล่าไม่เหลืองเลย
Strike from range, it's never really tricky, no.
เอาละครับเพื่อนๆที่พี่เข้ามาแล้วฝากกดไลค์กดแชร์กดติดตามไปด้วยนะเปิดขึ้นมาโอ้โหเปิดไม่ดี
Yeah, I mean, Gabriel is a brilliant defender, and but what we already saw last season, I think Arsenal fans will probably be a little bit surprised that he didn't get more starts, as Saka's coming very hard on Bruno Fernandes. I'm not sure if that's going to be a yellow card or not. I think it is going to be a yellow for Saka for that tackle. I'm not sure if there was a foul on him initially. Fernandes is in a lot of pain, but it did look like there was a bit of studs to the back of the calf there. I think it was a very sore one from Bukayo Saka, who was being hustled and harried by Diogo Dalot. He does clearly catch him. So it's a foul by Dalot, but is it a two-footer from Saka?
I think it's just Fernandes gets there first.
เพื่อน40นาทีผ่านไปนะเหมือนเดิมครับตอนนี้ตอนสูสีอ่ะเพื่อนๆดูไว้จะหลับพูดตรงๆเลย
To follow through from Saka after he was fouled is where the yellow card came for the number 7.
A little bit scrappy. That second goal was scored by 12 minutes. Side.
อืม เอาไว้เพื่อนๆเริ่มตรงไปจะหลับปะเนี่ยเล่นกันห่วยแตกไม่ค่อยมันเลย
It is a bit better from Arsenal. It's a decent ball in by Zinchenko with plenty of pace and whip behind it. But Saka being very touched by Dalot, couldn't go on the end of it. It was good defending in the end by the Portuguese fullback. And then when it fell to Martinelli, just moments ago, just doesn't get out of his feet quick enough to actually get a decent shot away. And it's quite a comfortable block, which sends out for another corner, though.
Taken by Martinelli in swing, front post, back by Manchester United. Actually takes a risk on the no, Manchester United lost out and
โอ้ยสู้ๆเว้ยซึ่งแรกหน้าจบแบบนี้แหละผมว่านะโอ้โหให้ย้อนหลังโอ้โหเพื่อนเดี๋ยวดูนะครับว่าครึ่งแรกเขากี่นาทีอร่อยเว้ยเนี่ยสูสีนะครับเพื่อนๆสูสีมากเลยอ่ะ
Yeah, no, they're having 67% possession over the last 10 minutes, but the vast majority of that would have been within their own half and just playing it around the defence and Andre Onana in goal. They've been pretty comfortable in that regard with how they've been playing at the back, not been placed under too much pressure from the Arsenal front line, but I'm sure they'll be happy just to allow them to have the ball in that position because they're not being put under a great deal of pressure themselves. And then whenever Arsenal are getting the ball, they're trying to flood forward, but in fairness to United, they're defending very, very resolutely.
เอาไว้เพื่อนๆทดเวลา3 นาทีไว้
shot, he gets a shot away, but it's blocked by Lindelof.
Yeah, United were a little bit sluggish in getting out there. There was a comfortable bring down from Nketiah, nicely off to Sacco, then dropped the shoulder to get a shot away. Brave defending from Lindelof to head the ball out. But I think if it beats him, I think Onana, with how he's flinging himself over to the right-hand side, I would have expected him to make the save.
เอาหน่อยเว้ยเฮียเอ้ย2-1ก่อนจบครึ่งแรกก็ยังดี
Gets a cross in, it's towards. It's not over yet for Manchester United in this first half. Still 1-1. It's right outside, trying to make room for the cross. Right, it's back to side this time. For Arsenal, just a bit there, but it's again, out for goal kick, and Liverpool's taken that opportunity time. Half. Into half time, it's Arsenal 1, Manchester United.
เอา
Half-time, it is Arsenal 1, Manchester United 1. It was the Red Devils that took the lead after 26 minutes on a counter-attack. Eriksen threading through Marcus Rashford, who cut in on his right and managed to fire it off the post and into the back of the net. Ramsdale got a slight touch to it, but he could not keep it out. But their lead lasted a matter of seconds, 35 in
เพื่อน
fact,
ๆจบแล้ว
before
นะครับ
Arsenal managed to got their equaliser. Martinelli finding Ødegaard, his shot from the edge of the area, fired beautifully into the bottom left-hand corner. Half-time, it is Arsenal 1, Manchester United 1. It was the Red Devils that took the lead after 26.
อ่าแมนยูเหนือกว่านิดหน่อยประมาณนั้นนะพี่เนาะช่วงแรกอาร์เซนอลเหนือกว่าเลยอะแต่พอขึ้นนำแล้วอาร์เซนอลตีเหมือแมนยูมาดูเหนือกว่านิดนึงก็แค่นิดเดียวนะนิดเดียวเองผมไปหากินก่อน การนาโชเหรอพี่รอส่งการนาโชมาป่วนโอ้โหไม่รู้นะพี่แต่มีชื่อด้วยอ่ะแต่ต้องดูนะว่าได้ลงหรือเปล่านี่ครับเพื่อนเพื่อนกองหน้าทีมชาติเดนมาร์กฮอยลุนอายุ20 ปีมีชื่อด้วยตัวเปลี่ยนเกมก็นะมีหลายคนอยู่ครับอืม เพื่อนๆรอสักแป๊บนะรอครึ่งหลังนะครับเพื่อนๆพี่โอ้ยเพื่อนๆรอสักแป๊บนะครับเพื่อน รอสักแป๊บนะครับเพื่อนๆครับเพื่อนๆรอสักแป๊บนะครับ